Jack. Nearly 5 months had passed since they'd last stood face to face, but Mary would have known him anywhere. Sure, his hair was shorter, and his clothes were different. Gone were the princely garments with the rich embroidery and fur trimming. Instead, he was wearing coarse woolen trousers, a cloth shirt, and a ragged leather tunic. His forearms were painted with patterns and symbols, dark blue lines swirling and interlocking. The only hint of luxury was a gold belt buckle, which gleamed with hints of red and green, despite the dull grey light. And he looked older, wearier. Still, she knew him. He was the same boy she'd fallen in love with. The same cursed prince who had been put into an enchanted sleep 1,500 years ago, and had woken in her own time, still possessed by a creature summoned from the shadow realm. Of course, he'd been a corpse the last time she'd seen him. Actually seen him, not just dreamt about him. His dead body had been lying on the floor of the wizard Gwydion's chambers, beneath the Black Lake. She knelt by him, wept over him, kissed him. The temptation to run to him now, to throw her arms round his neck, was almost too strong to resist. But Jack, this Jack, was holding a long, angular knife to Finn's throat. Finn was on his knees in the snow, panting, his face pale and rigid. Jack had hold of Finn's hair, and as Mary stepped forward, he yanked the wizard's head further back, making the other boy cry out in pain. The blade was hard against Finn's skin now, and Mary could see a bead of blood welling up against the dark metal. Jack frowned at her. There was no recognition.
"Who are you, and how do you know my name?"
She tried to read his feelings, to use that ability to pick up emotions that she'd gained a few months ago. But there was nothing. Either the people were different here, wherever here was, or the passage through the point of intersection had done something to her. She could sense her magic clearly, running like a current beneath her skin. But nothing else. Finn whimpered as Jack pressed the knife further into his flesh.
"Answer me."
Jack had forgotten her. Or maybe in this place he and I have never actually met. "Jack, please." She stopped short, felt her eyes widen. The unfamiliar syllables of Old English felt strange in her mouth, just as they had done under the lake all those months ago when she'd confronted Gwydion. Her magic must have just taken over, and her brain switched language automatically. She didn't know how it had happened, any more than she knew where she was, or why Finn, a powerful wizard himself, hadn't disarmed Jack with a spell, or why Jack seemed so different from the gentle, sad prince that she remembered, any more than she knew what to do next. Mary pressed her hands to her eyes. The frost-laden air hurt her nose and throat. The dense forest that surrounded them breathed out a dark velvet silence that seemed to suck at her eardrums.